I'm an old man in a young man's game, where once my lungs spat flames, there remains but an ember that smolders. But I fan that shit as I get older, so rest assured the heat's preserved, and like meat unturned, man, beats getting burned. But no longer like an inferno, but a sensible cooking fire that burns slow. Less impressive perhaps pyrotechnically, but it cooks more effectively. And given that that's our stated objective, we'd be best to not overlook the selective heat provided by the ashes of 1,000 fires. You say old, we say refined. You say stale, we say better with time. You say go to the hill, we say past the hump. You say formatted ads, we say that's the fun. You say senior, we say mature. You say expired, we say enjoyed. You say past the peak, we say at a prime. You say formatted ads, we say beats a rhyme.
I'm getting older, getting better with time. I'm getting older, getting better with time. I'm getting older, and getting better with time.
By rap standards, man, you could slap pampers on my skinny hookers, put it out to pasture. But whoa, not so fast, sir. This era rap is more than just the last verse away from being a slab and a hearse en route to be gathering dirt. Nah, sir, cause abs will still rip a rapper. Whippersnappers better learn not to test the master, or get a taste of some mastery. 10,000 hours plus of rapping on beats equals something not to be fucked with, so don't fuck with. So I implore you, take a vacation, maybe Florida. Here's Siberia's nicest time of year. Meantime, find me here rhyming and cheers, cause that's just what I do's, bro. But dude flows colder than Tartuffos. Coming through with my dude, bro. The FO to the RMAT. You're coming flatter than a tarmac. You're fucking human pancake. The man takes damn breaks and makes landscapes for me to sonically navigate. So come along for the journey, man, with this two-rap journey, man, without forgetting that neither of us are spring chickens, and so we like to be needing a nap before we be hitting the road. So let's catch some collective zeds, and then together take that first step. You say old, we say refined. You say stale, we say better with time. You say go over the hill, we say past the hump. You say formatted ads, we say that's the fun. You say senior, we say mature. You say expired, we say enjoyed. You say past the peak, we say at a prime. You say formatted ads, we say beats a rhyme.
I'm getting older.